I'm going to try to get some videos in. I played a ton of games, um, but yeah, here we go. So I do the Four Horsemen thing. This one I have Bridge, Saga, Discard, and I have uh, the turn one Scry. So this is a pretty near perfect hand. So my opponent is on some sort of control build, um, and I think what I'm looking for here is to discard the counter spell. Um, and that way I can make sure I resolve bridge, and then I should be able to establish a lock pretty quick. I am worried about the Tamio though, so I'm gonna have to land this bridge pretty quick. We'll go through the cards that we know. There's a Delta, and I think it's Tamio turn one. Yeah, or Temio or whatever. Um, I realized that I could have done Flooded Strand here. Let's see. So I look at my top card. I see a Lantern. And I don't need it really. What I really need is that third land for the bridge before they get a counter. And there's my third land. Unfortunately, crazy enough, their Ragavan happens to hit Assassin's Trophy off the top. The crazy chances. And so they are able to trophy my bridge now. So I'm gonna make a dude, go get a lantern, try to reestablish the lock, and then suspend the Profane Tutor to try to get the bridge as quick as I can. I do need to get rid of this counter spell so I can make sure bridge resolves. Yeah. Yeah, they bolt me in response. And yeah, Ragavan in the canal. And I go ahead and name the backside of Temio. So at 3, I will be able to get my bridge now. But my problem here is Temio and these clue tokens, so I have to beat uh, that. So if they throw a bolt, I'm basically dead. So really what I need to do here is mill myself into an answer for Temio. So there's a trophy. draw it. I try to mill in response. They go to draw. See. Yeah, let them draw the island, mill the iteration, and then they're drawing. I want to mill that. So there's the bolt. Unfortunately, now the bolt just happened to be there, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to beat all the clue tokens because they can pop 1, 2, 3 clue tokens. I only have 2 ways here, so that trophy came up uh, just a little bit too late, unfortunately. Not that, I mean, at this point, I guess the trophy didn't matter a whole lot, but yeah, so they're going to be able to get that bolt, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, so I concede. Okay, so sideboard. Brought in the collective brutalities to try to clear the hand of counters and whatnot. And it also kills the Ragavan, and it kills an unpowered DRC. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just sided in. Yeah, the 3 brutalities sided out a cage and 2 bubbles. So I like this hand. I have 2 forms of discard, and then the bridge with the saga. So again, 3 horsemen here. Okay. So with the duress, I see this hand. I can get rid of that Seek the Beast thing. So I do. They have a lot of cards in hand here. They're bad for me. Consign, the Needle, the Brotherhood's End. So my plan here is to use the Brutality on the Brotherhood's End. Yeah. Let's see, 5 cards in hand. That's gone there. Okay. Yeah, there's a Needle. They're gonna name Urza Saga, so I can't make tokens, which is probably smart because if I were able to make tokens, I'd be able to do quite well against them. So I'm gonna float the mana, and they counter it with the consign. Oh yeah, I played the bridge while they were tapped out to try to make sure that I can work out. So there's the black. I think they bolt me here. Yeah. Yeah. 2 iterations and a druid. Um, I think the iteration is the correct play here. Because that lets them get 3 cards. This only does 2, and they have a limited time to do these 2. So I feel the iteration is the best choice there. And yeah, I picked the iteration. There is what we're looking at for their hand. So there's an iteration. So I could have played bridge here, but I was afraid of a Brotherhood's End. Yeah, could have blind milled the opponent. Yeah, go for the bridge, just in case. Yes, now because now if they do Brotherhood's End, that does get rid of their needle. They get, I guess it does it before as well, but I figure, well, now what I want to do is start pitching stuff to Vault. So here's the Seek Beast. 2 cards in exile are the Ragavan and whatnot. And I had to empty my hand, by the way, anyways, and I want to hold on to the needle and see what's the best thing to name. do is dig to a lantern. Unfortunately, I don't know if you're able to tell, their Fomori Vault is bugged on NPTO right now. So when you vault, it's supposed to put the rest of the cards on the bottom, but it's putting the rest of the cards back on top, which is actually bad for Lantern, because that means if we want to look at the top, 3 or 4 cards to look for a bridge or something that we really need, and it's not a bridge, and we get something else, but those other cards go back, and so it otherwise we'd be able to increase the probability of getting a bridge, excuse me, later on. But because Fomori Vault is bugged, it does not work that way for us anymore. So, anyways, game 3. I don't know that I like the hand a whole lot, but I do know that the double discard is pretty good. Yeah, Tamio is going to be a problem. Oh, I sideboard the same one, by the way. So, their hand is this. So I need a bridge, like, right now. They did 2 to the top. So I go to trophy the Tamio now. Fortunately, what that's going to do is make it so that the other thing they put on top, they're not going to get it unless they choose not to shuffle. But they chose to shuffle, so yep. So this is going to be a problem. Now they have no cards in hand at the moment, um, but they are able to put a card back on top, and they're going to draw it with that bottle. Again, I need a bridge real bad. So I try to stirrings for the bridge. There it is. But I am going to take a decent amount of damage from these channelers. There's a Tamio. Yeah. So I should be able to Thoughtseize and then bridge here. Yep. See nothing. Which is kind of good, because now their hand isn't a whole hell of a lot. It's just a flooded strand. So really, at this point, I need to draw a shredder very quickly, or some sort of mill rock very quickly. And they are digging to a hole. And there's the bolt. I can't shuffle them because Lantern is named with Needle. So yeah, they dug way down for a bolt and they got it. So it's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes, I guess.